Welcome to week 5 of the Tough League. It's been tough for me because I am 1-3. And despite being the second highest scoring team in the league behind Las Vegas, and last week I scored I think I was the fourth highest scoring team and I lost both my games. Go figure. Anyway, this week I play Pittsburgh. I didn't even bother looking at Pittsburgh's record because I'm beating them by 1. I'm giving you the prediction early on here. But I did want to tell you a couple things. So first of all, I do want to put a little warning in here because it's Pittsburgh. There could be a lot of rape allegations. However, I have been warned by my spouse that if I bring up rape, I will be not viewed properly in my own home. So I have to cool it on the rape stories. So there'll be none of that shit. Anyway, so we're going to use proper words. So the Big Mac was invented in Pittsburgh, which explains why there are a lot of obese Pittsburgh Steeler fans. In many households, the terrible towel is the only cleaning product they own and probably the only one that they ever use. And this is an interesting fact, I literally had no idea about this. And being old now, that I had my birthday a week ago, I should have known this. So in 1943 and 1944, because of player shortages, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers combined to play together as, I love the name, the Steagles. That's kind of interesting. It's also interesting that the reason they were out of players was because for the first time ever, the city of Pittsburgh actually prosecuted sex offenses. So currently going on in Pittsburgh is Troy Polamalu. Remember the guy with the really long hair, probably a first ballot Hall of Famer, is being denied through some of the media outlets in Pittsburgh the ability to be in the Steeler Hall of Honor because he had the audacity to retire with all his brain cells still functional. He is literally being abused and shouldn't be in the Ring of Honor because he retired early. So this franchise let 2 Hall of Fame talents go in for peanuts in like the last year and a half, all so they could listen to a graybeard 37-year-old quarterback who has an inability to read defenses and an inability to seek consent. So I looked at Mike's team, and Mike being a typical Pittsburgh name, I actually scrolled down all his players as I do and looked for the ones that I knew had some form of criminal past, which, considering it's a Pittsburgh franchise, you would think there'd be everywhere. Amazingly enough, the only one I could find was a guy named Lee Smith who used to perpetuate war crimes in the Chicago Cubs bullpen. But after a little bit, I kind of realized that it's probably not the same Lee Smith. Lee Smith was a terrible relief pitcher who used to give up. He was awful. If the Cubs needed to win a game and Lee Smith was in, they lost. Meaningless games, they were all about it. So anyway, someone's knocking at the door. What can I say? I'm surprised the dogs aren't trying to eat them. So, I think I've already given you my prediction of Pelicans by 1. Mike looks like I'm facing Mike at the right time though, because he's got a couple buys and a couple injuries, and that may be the only way I can win another game this season. Anyway, next week I have no idea who I'm playing because I haven't done my homework. I am doing a podcast tomorrow where I will mouth off more officially to Mike. Anyway. Until next week, guys, be tough.